Okay, good morning everyone, and thank you all for joining us here today to our session on how to fast track food safety, ESOL, or listening, reading and numeracy as it is also known by our clients, ESOL assessments, English for speakers of other languages, and induction training. My name is Anne-Marie Doohan, and I'm going to be taking you through this session today. So we will make a start. So the agenda for today, I'm just going to give you a flavour for who we are, who are the Nvolve group, and who are we helping. We're then going to delve into the nuts and bolts of food safety, ESOL assessment, and induction training, which is a modern twist to the traditional classroom-based training that you're probably using at the minute. We're going to go through some common challenges as we've been working with a lot of recruitment and food-based companies for a long time now, and we get a lot of feedback from them. And then by way of our group learner solution, I'm going to take you through that as well. I am then going to give you a live demonstration of the technology, how all the different element works and how they're all slotted together. And then at the end, we will then have a questions and answer session. And if I do not get to your question, do not fear, I will get back to you all individually after the session as well. Just a bit of housekeeping before we start. You can see in your control panel if you want to ask any questions as we're going through the session. You can just see the red highlighted box here where you can enter in the question that you need. I've all muted you as well, just due to the volume of attendees. It would just add to the duration of the session. But again, any questions that are asked, they'll all be dealt with on individually as well. So just to make a start, so just a quick snapshot of who we are. We've been operational now for over 10 years. We provide our clients with compliance training and risk management solutions, primarily within the recruitment, food and manufacturing industry. I suppose our core ethos as a company is helping our clients to reduce the risk, reduce the cost, and to ultimately reduce the amount of paperwork that goes hand in hand with all the processes involved with your day-to-day training activities, which are carried out in your branches or within your manufacturing sites. Our solutions allow you to prove compliance at the click of a button, and allows you also to have an audit trail of the training completed. We get a lot of requests now or feedback from recruitment companies that we work with, and that is what their clients want. They want an audit trail of food safety or induction training that has been completed on behalf of the agency. As well. So the three core products that we're going to be looking at today is Group Learner, which is our blended learning and compliance management platform. So this is the ability to train in groups using our handheld keypad. So you can train 15, 30 people at the one time, again depending on the size of your training room. And we've a full range of 25 plus courses from food safety, health and safety. We've CIH level 3 supervising food safety, which is very popular within the recruitment sector at the minute as well. The Response Point solution is our interactive bespoke training solution that allows you to create your own course content. So if it's your own site-specific inductions, your onboarding, again, anything that you're currently using via PowerPoint, we give you the ability to turn that into an interactive and engaging session using our technology. And then we have CIH Online. Again, all our courses are available via e-learning. We have a CIHonline.com website as well, where you can purchase direct from that site. We then also have a BRC Manager solution, which we've just launched in January of this year. And this is a risk and compliance management platform for BRC certified industries. And then we have a strong relationship with the CIH as well. All our courses and platform is endorsed and approved by them. And we also have a tablet examiner solution, which is an e-assessment platform built specifically for the CIH. Just to give you a little snapshot of a selection of recruitment companies that we currently work with and partner with on a day-to-day basis. Again, we have multi-site users like the Staff Force, Assist Resourcing, but we also have single site users as well. Again, whether you have multi-site or single site, again, you have to go through the same processes and training activities. And I suppose the key benefit that we get from multi-site users is the ability to customize the training in all of the branches. So all the branches are doing the same, which allows them to streamline and allows them to be more efficient in terms of their training activities. We also work with a lot of food clients. You can see some well-known companies like Moy Park, Dumbia, Cranswick, Ichiban, and what happened with the likes of Ichiban, their agency also use our technology. So the benefit of that is that they can actually share information. So should an employee or an agency worker become full-time with the food company, it just means that they can pass over their training records, be it their food safety and inductions, and allows them, the food company, to have that information for auditing purposes. And it's also a very good sign when the agency provide that member of that individual, because it actually shows validates the high level of candidates supplied by the agency. We also work with a lot of manufacturing clients as well, and you can just see we've some packaging clients, we've a few medical devices, pharmaceutical companies as well. Just to give you just a flavour for who we help. So the traditional systems, I suppose, that are available out there at the minute for the compliance training is your again your paper-based, where you have your your food safety training and the mountain of paperwork that goes hand in hand with that. You then have to deliver site-specific inductions, ESOL assessments, and again it's the whole paperwork that goes hand in hand. I myself has been on site with a recruitment company, and in the morning they're doing their induction, which could take 3 to 4 hours or maybe longer, and then in the evening then they're doing their induction training, which again could take a few hours. The people then can't get at them to score them for maybe 2 to 3 days. The client is then putting pressure to get the scores, get the certificates, but again it's just not practical with the paper-based systems. With our solution, you're able to get the certificate in real time. So immediately after the training is complete, you upload the relevant documents within our online portal, and you get the certificates and scores in real time, and it completely automates that whole process for you. Having worked, I suppose, with the recruitment industry for some time, I've just noted 4 items today that always kind of tend to crop up over time. So the feedback that we get, the first one there is the paper-based assessments are time-consuming and expensive to deliver, paper overload. So again, what we're finding is more and more people are looking for ways to automate and streamline the training process. We don't have any way to assess how well our candidates speak and understand English. This I suppose this solution is by way of our ESOL, or listening, reading and numeracy assessment. And what this acts as like a tool for shortlisting, which allows you to assess um, a candidate who actually walks into your branch, and within 20 minutes, half an hour, you can actually assess where they sit. So majority of our recruitment clients would have a benchmark for a particular job role, if it's a meat slicer or operative. If the candidate falls below that benchmark, they don't move on to the next stage of the process, which allows you to continually provide high quality candidates for the specific requirements of the client that you're currently working with. The third one there then is we're being pushed more and more by clients to deliver their inductions, training courses and assessments on their behalf. So again, there's more and more pressure placed upon the recruitment client to provide more and more value to the on behalf of themselves. What we actually find here as well is that using our technology, the agency have the ability to actually create better inductions than the actual site themselves, due to the interactivity with the keypads as well. And then the fourth one there is we need to constantly be adding value and offering unique selling points to our customers to be their first choice recruitment partner every time. So again, what we find here is that we would actually get expressions of interest from recruitment companies who are bidding for a contract, because they found out that someone within the bidding process has actually put forward our technology. They've made the client aware, and the client has fed that back to the recruitment company. So they get in touch with us as well, due to that nature, and they want to be on a playing field as well. So I suppose the solution by way of this is our group learner compliance and training solution, where you have your blended learning approach, where you can train in groups, e-learning, or if you have a tablet device, you can also take down your tablet app and run the training on the tablet as well. Again, we have a full range of 25 courses, which are all CIH endorsed and approved. And then there's also a single centralized training and compliance platform that goes hand in hand with all the training, and what I'm going to show you later as well. So again, the solution is the Group Learner Courses edition, where you get your dedicated online access to the portal. We have a ready-to-go courses, all of your level 2, level 1 and ESOL assessments, again delivered via 3 delivery mechanisms: the classroom, individual and tablet, and then you then also have the Respond Point integration for creating your own bespoke courses. Some of our clients would also use it for employee surveys and quizzes and the likes of that. And again, it's all about kind of moving the paper and manual processes online. Just to give you a snapshot of some of the courses that we have, you can just see we have a wide range of level 2 food safety and manufacturing courses. We also have the ESOL assessment. We have HACCP awareness courses, food allergens, slip, trips and falls, fire safety, fire warning. Again, all of your bespoke, all of your courses are available there via the three delivery mechanisms. And again, in this picture, you can actually see the keypad kit with the receiver and the keypads as well. Just so what I am going to do now is actually give you a live demonstration of the platform. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to run the group learner courses. Let's see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I picked 5 items here today, which is the you running the group learner courses, and then the second tab then is I want to create a response point assessment by way of induction. Then I'm going to jump into the compliance platform, and then I'm going to do the we'll do instant results and certificates, reporting features, and then I'm going to give you a wee look at the tablet device as well. So I'm just going to go to my desktop, and this is where the group learner player shows up. So when you down the software, so this is where all of the CIH courses can be run from. So it's group learner player, very similar to a media player where you run your music and the likes of that. So what I have is I have 2 keypads in front of me. I'm going to press the keypads and I'm going to scan to just ensure that the receiver has been plugged in, and then I click on start testing. And keypad number 2, which is fine, and then I also then have keypad number 1, so that is fine, and I click on stop testing and cancel that. So I'm just going to open up and I'm going to give you a look at the CIH Level 2 Food Safety. So again, all the courses that are relevant to your branch, you can download them, and they're all available here. I'm going to click on open. And so you can just see here, this is the registration agreement, and the course settings. Again, you have the different options, again, depending on how many trainees that you have. You can display the results on and off. So I'm going to cancel out of that and open this again. And again, it's very easy to navigate through the modules as well. So you can see in this, and since there's 9 modules, and then there's a final assessment then at the end. So again, you can run through maybe 4 or 5, take a break, and then commence the training. So if I go to the food storage, and then you can actually do run from module. And then that just opens up the module. There's voiceover in this course, so it's quite similar to an e-learning type course where you have the voiceover on the screen, but you have to have a facilitator to run the course. And then to progress to the next slide, you just press the space bars. Again, if you want to get a look at the course content, we can get you set up with a demo account as well. Within each of the modules, I'm just skipping through here, there's refresher questions throughout. What this allows is that you can then get the response of the trainees in real time. So you can see here there's a question that's popped on the screen. I can see the grid at the bottom, which means that the trainee has to answer. So you're provided with food ingredients with today's date on used by section of packaging. Can these ingredients be used in the food process today? So here you would get your trainees to press keypad number 1 or keypad number 2. You can see the grid at the bottom is there's a greeny blue colour on it, which signifies that the trainees have answered. Once I press the spacebar, I can see the correct answer, which is option 2, and I can see 50% of my trainees have answered option 2. In this scenario, if you're delivering the training, what you can do is maybe go over certain aspects of the material again, just to confirm the understanding of the group. So you'll run through all of the modules, all of the 9 modules, and then the final assessment then at the end, which follows the same format, which is your multiple choice questions. What you'll do is you will then save the course, and you can see that here it has a unique date and timestamp, and this is here because a lot of our recruitment companies would maybe do 3 or 4 sessions in one day. and then the files can get mixed up. So it just means that you have a unique kind of name, date and time stamp, so that when you log on to the online portal to get the scores and certificates, that it's easier for you to locate those files. And again, just to keep the housekeeping right within the desktop as well, and that you know where you've saved the courses to. So it's just like saving your normal Word or Excel type document. And so you'll save that then to your desktop. So that's what we call the data file, and it'll make more sense when I log on to the platform to do the upload. The second file then that you need is the electronic version of the class list, and it's just to prove that keypad number 1 was in fact the trainee. So if it was, so again, you can, if you've the trainees already stored within the portal, you can bring them down, or else if they're new starters or new candidates, you can basically just type in the name. So again, it's just mapping the keypad number to the actual candidate. And then the third file then that we need is the actual hard copy of the class list, and I'm just going to show you, which is the same as the electronic version, only in this scenario you will have the keypad number and then you have the signature. So that's the PDF. So again, it's just mapping the keypad number, and it's for auditing purposes, just to confirm that Robert was in fact used keypad number 1 for the courses. So that is that's all of the courses that are delivered within the Group Learner Player. And for each training session that is run, be it either within the Group Learner Player, your food safety, your introduction to health and safety, 3 files are required when you log into the online account on that as well. So the next thing that I am going to show you is ESOL, and I am going to show it to you by way of our e-learning format. I'm going to just open up so our ESOL assessment, again, our listening, reading and numeracy, it's broken into 3 sections. There's listening, reading and numeracy. And you can just see here the first module is our listening assessment. If I go to the next screen, I can just see, so this is, there's voiceover in the background, or how many people have you got, and I have 2 boys and 1 girl, so it's the correct answer there is 3, and then I can submit. And again, so it's a list of questions. There's 18 questions within the listening reading and numeracy assessment. And again, so again, the ESOL can be delivered via the keypad delivery, via e-learning, or via the tablet delivery. And again, you give you select the route that best suits your requirements. And with the ESOL as well, what tends to happen is that the actual client will have a benchmark of a job role that they specifically have, and it's used as a shortlisting tool that you can use as part of your interviewing process as well. So that is the ESOL. The third thing then I'm going to show you is the ability to create your own bespoke courses. So in this example, I am going to show you an induction training example. So this is your normal PowerPoint presentation where you have, this is an induction training, and you can just see you have all your normal slides. So we would then give you a piece of software which is our response point solution, and you can see all the different options here where you can insert slide, manage the slide. You can create your class list here again, which is exactly the same as creating a class list within the player, and you have all your different settings as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test the keypads again just to make sure that they're logged in. Again, put your own mind at ease. So keypad number response 2, keypad number 1, give it response 1. which is fine. And stop testing and now close. So again, so it's just your normal PowerPoint. So again, if it's induction training or if it's surveys, quizzes, again, the only criteria required is that the question is multiple choice. So I can see immediately down here that this is what the grid here, that this is a response point question slide, and you can see you have the grid at the bottom, which is 1 to 10. So you can easily, I'm just going to update this slide. So again, you just simply need to type in the question that you have, again based on what you have, and then you have the possible answers. Then again, you can color code these as well, and then you can also add, does this question have a correct answer, and you can say yes. So I'm going to put ask the production controller or manager for permission to leave site. If the question doesn't have a correct answer, it's then included as part of a refresher type question, and not part of the final assessment. So again, you can select those privileges. This is another question that some of our recruitment companies would use. It's just to confirm that they've attended the induction or awareness presentation for work for XYZ seafood company, understand the rules and regulations and policies and procedures, and again they would use the candidates would use the keypads then to answer that question. So what you do then, once you have that, is you then go into slideshow mode, as you would. I'm just going to do from the current slide. So again, it's just your normal PowerPoint slides. And then you come to the question slide. So again, then this is where you get your trainees to answer the assessment questions. So I'm going to press keypad number 2 on both of these. And then the next slide actually shows me the score. So I can see that 100% of my candidates have answered option 2, which allows you then to progress as you have real-time kind of knowledge of the understanding of the group. And again, this question where you can confirm that they've attended the awareness presentation, and again, you'd want them hopefully to say yes in this scenario. And you can see then that 100% have answered option 1. So all that information then is stored then within our online platform when you jump onto the online account. So again, within Response Point, you have to save the data file. So it's primarily saving all the responses that the trainees have given. The second file then is the electronic version of the class list, and then the third file then is the PDF of the attendee list as well. So again, whether it be running it within the Group Learner Player, all of our CIH courses are induction type or onboarding type course, there's 3 files that's required. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump on to the actual online account. And I am going to log out because I know it will kick me out. So each account then is assigned with their own unique username and password and a URL that you would log into. So I'm going to log in to the Group Learner under the Trail account. I'm going to log into the Group Learner Courses Edition. And when so this is, I suppose this is the heart of the information. So immediately when I log in, I can see the total course pass rate. So this is 84%. I can see the multi usage of courses. I can see the individual course pass rates and a snapshot, and then I can see the individual course licenses. So in this case, you can see there's an ESOL. They've only 3 licenses remaining, so that gives them a flag that they may need to order more licenses. If I go to the I'm going to go to immediately just to do the upload. So the group learner response point upload. So this is where you actually log in to upload the data file, the electronic version of the class list, and the PDF. So this here, so you select the assessment data file. So I have this saved on my machine. So it's this one here. So it's the CIH Food Safety. You select the class list to upload, which is this one here, and then you select your PDF attendance sheet. And then all you do, at the click of a button, you do upload data set, and immediately I should get a pop-up to say your data was successfully uploaded, and you'll receive an email in a few minutes with the certificates. So all that information then is saved within the online portal as well, but immediately you have real-time snapshot of the scores of the trainees. So I could see Stephen McBride has got 100%. So you have that information at the click of a button. It's that easy. And again, it's the same for the induction or response point type courses as well. If you're the admin user that's logged in at the time, I'm just going to open up my Outlook. You will also get notification of this within your inbox, along with the certificates. So if the client is putting pressure on you to get the certificates, you can print them off in real time as well and give it to the client. And I'll just tracker, and I can just see. So here, so information, I can see Stephen McBride, and then all the certificates are attached to that email as well. So if you're the admin user, you get that instantly, and again, you know, there's not you don't have to wait 2 or 3 days to get that information. If I go back now to if I go within the employee training plans, and if I go to Stephen, go to Stephen Allen's record. I can see this is employee details. So again, you can add a photo, you can add personal information there. There's site-specific information you might want to add, and their mobile phone number. So if I go to the managed training plan, and I can immediately see the training that's been completed, not completed. If I go to the food safety manufacturing and I click on the view, that will actually show me the trainee keypad number that was used, the score that was given, and I can see all of the questions and answers then that was given during the session. So that's all saved once you click on that button to do the upload. If you want to, again, maybe you've lost the certificate for one reason or another, you can pull off the certificate again. And you can just see that. So again, instantly you can print off that certificate and provide that immediately, and cancel out of that. And then you can pull off the signature within this section as well. So again, once you click on those upload the data files, all that information then is saved. So again, it's completely automating the training process, be it, you know, your induction training. And we also have a level 3 supervising course, again, that is proven very popular within the recruitment section as well. A lot of the account managers would complete the level 3 course as well. So that all that information is there. Within the online platform as well, you then also have access to reporting features. So you can just see here. So I can immediately go in. I can see the group. Show you the group learner course report, so you can see immediately at a glance all of the people that have, say, completed the food safety level 2 manufacturing course. You can show the report on this, which gives you instant reports. I can see there's 29 completed, 7 not completed. So again, you can pull all of those off in Excel type documents. And then the other report that is quite popular among the recruitment industry is the ESOL course report. So in this instance, you may have a particular job role like a meat slicer or an operative, and they may need an L1 to meet the benchmark of their job role. The L1 would be the highest grade that you can actually get within that. So you can then do downward report, and this will then bring up a list of candidates that you can pull from that could be matched to that particular job role. So again, at the click of a button, you can pull off those types of reports. And then within the personal account, you can actually, if there's any training that is of any relevance, like the level 3, you can then run that then within the personal account section. So again, it's very simple. Where it's 3 files that you upload, and again you get the scores and certificates in real time, and then you have then access to the reporting features as well. So again, the paperwork is dramatically reduced, and everything then is automated then within the portal. So the last thing that I'm going to show you today is the actual the tablet device. So it's going to be some screenshots that I am going to show you that I have here. And I'm just going to put it into slideshow mode. So again, if you're currently using a tablet device, you can bring down our Group Learner tablet app, and then this allows you to log in as admin and bring down the course for the candidate to complete. So the home page, you can see you have your training plans, you have your manager reports, there's the training courses, and then there's work group reports. So you can see, you can bring down the training courses, and this example here is the full allergen and labelling awareness. You then can log into that trainee, the designated trainee, and then you can hand them then the actual tablet, and then they can complete the course then within the tablet device. So I'd like to add as well that all the courses are the same content. If it's delivered via group e-learning or tablet, the course is exactly the same. And you can just see them as the course overview. So they would then run through the course, and then you would then sync it, which it syncs back up then to the online portal. And again, it's all saved and tracked, and again, and improving efficiencies. So so that's a tablet application. So I'm just looking at time here. I'm just conscious of time, so I can just see there's a few questions that have come in here. Again, don't worry if I don't get to your question. I will get back to you after the session. So I have John here, and he has asked, how much is your level 2 health and safety course? Or CIH level 2 is £15 per candidate, and that includes the course and the final assessment. Again, once you purchase the license, John, it's totally up to yourself the delivery mechanism that you want to select. Obviously, with the keypads, with the group delivery, you'll need the keypads, and you can get the keypads. You can get a 10 keypad system, which includes the keypads, the receiver, and a carry case at $695. And then you obviously pay for the keypads or the course licenses. The e-learning, or the only cost involved in e-learning delivery is the £15 per candidate, and the same with the tablet delivery as well. So we have another question here from Percy, and she is asking, is there reporting options available on the dedicated online account? Percy, I hope I have answered that question for you, but I'm going to jump back onto the online account as well. So you can just see here, if I go to I can go to the learning reports, and again, so you have full access to all of these reports within the online portal. You have individual employee reports. So I can see here Stephen Allen, who I've looked into earlier. I can show its details. It brings up all the personal, and immediately you can see the snapshot, what's completed, what's not completed. So that is all available within the online portal. I also mentioned earlier you have the group learner course reports, and also the ESOL course reports. Again, you know, if you need someone with a high level of reading, if I do. And now one here again, at the touch of a button, it should then give you everyone within who has reading who has an L1. So it gives you that list of candidates then to select in terms of putting forward for the job role at hand. So yeah, Percy. So I hope that has answered that for you. David has asked, is there packages available for just delivering our own content? David, the answer to that is yes, there is. The package there would be our response point solution. To get you up and running with that, you would basically just need to purchase a keypad kit. And again, with a 10 keypad kit, you can get that for $695. At the minute, you also get a free response point license, which allows you to create your own bespoke courses, so your inductions or your onboarding. You can create that, so you get a free license. So the only cost really with that package is the keypad kit, and then with the response point license, there's unlimited usage on the courses that you put through. And the response point is normally it's via license, so PC or laptop. So if you need it on multiple machines, that there is an individual fee thereafter. And I then have, I'm just going to take a final question here from Claire on, she's just asking, she's seen the CIH level 3 supervising, and how much is this? So Claire, the level 3, again, it's a more substantial course. There's 13 modules in total, and then there's a final assessment at the end. And the cost per candidate is £150, and again, that includes the course and their certificate. We're actually finding a lot of our recruitment clients requesting this course at the minute for their account managers to deliver that course as well. So Claire, I hope that has answered your question. So you can just see the screen up there. At the minute has my contact details on it, and telephone number, and my email. And you can just see there as well the next webinar that we have up and coming on the 19th of October is our audit approaching, need staff trained quickly. If you want to register for that, you can see it within the Nvolve group webinar section of our website. So there's nothing more than me to say. And again, thank you for joining me here today. I hope you got something. Hope you got something out of it. Again, any questions that I didn't get around to, I'll get back to you all individually. If there's anyone that would like a demo of any of our courses, we can get that set up for you. Like again, thank you very much for attending today, and take care. Thank you.